Hello Daniel, it's Tuesday. I'm glad to see you posted a video on Friday. Don't worry about the peeps for right now, but as soon as they're in stock, I want to see some peep eating. I like the idea of doing challenges every month, so people start leaving ideas down in the comments. And if we can't find anything, I'm sure we can pull something from the internet. It's good to see you're finally watching Jessica Jones. You're just in time for season 2 of Daredevil, which I will be making a video about next week. Mark your calendars. Anyway, over the past few weeks, I've noticed something started to happen. My coursework is starting to make more and more sense every day. At the beginning of the year, I was constantly referring to notes, or flipping through a textbook, or doing some frantic Google search. I barely knew how to name an organic compound. But now, I find myself using notes less and less, textbooks are starting to make more sense, and I usually only Google something to confirm a hunch. Last week I took a look at my tutorial assignment, and I was pretty sure I was going to fail and feel like an idiot. I bet you're thinking, but Peter, you got into Cardiff University. Surely you must be smart enough to pass a measly little tutorial. Well, let me read you the first question. When methyl iodide at 0.1 molar concentration is allowed to react with sodium methoxide at 0.1 molar concentration in ethanol solution, the product ethyl-methyl ether is obtained in good yield. Explain why the reaction is over much more quickly, but about the same yield of ether is obtained when the reaction is run with an excess of sodium methoxide. But I went and got some dinner, came back, sat down, and I worked my way through it. I ended up getting 8 out of 10 points on this assignment. So I started wondering, why do I feel nervous when things are starting to make sense? Well, after doing some half-assed Google research, I began to realize something I've known for a while. I don't really believe in myself when it comes to things like this. I've always been afraid that if I ask questions or admit to myself that I don't really know what I'm doing, the people around me will realize I'm not as smart as they think I am. So when my coursework starts to make sense, I'm afraid I'm doing something wrong. I'm worrying that I'm messing up somewhere. Although since starting my chemistry program here, I've been feeling a little different. I'm asking more questions, I'm admitting to myself that I don't always know what I'm doing, and I realize that all the students around me are in the exact same place. So I tell myself that I can do this, that I know the material, that I can own chemistry, and I will make it my bitch. Now Daniel, while thinking about all of this, I remembered something from our junior year of high school. You and I were driving down 15th Street. I can't remember what we were doing, I can't remember what we were talking about, I can't remember if we were in the creeper van or if we were in the tin can. But I do remember part of the conversation. You were talking about college, and you said to me, when you go to Cardiff, and I stopped you and I said, if I go to Cardiff. You stopped, looked at me, and said something along the lines of, Peter, face it, you're going to Cardiff. The reason behind that anecdote is that you believed that I was going to end up here 2 years ago, when I had no idea what was going to happen. You and everyone else in our group has always believed in me. You, Jonah, Michael, and Clayton have always believed that I can become a nuclear chemist. You guys have always believed that I can help give the world efficient nuclear fusion. You guys have always believed in me for several years. So maybe it's time I start believing in myself.